Oh, you bring hope to the hopeless and light to those in the darkness and death to life. Now I'm alive. Oh, you bring peace to the restless and joy to homes that are broken. I see you now. In you I'm found, and you open the door for me, and you laid down your life to set me free. Oh, that I am will serve you, Lord, and you open my eyes to see all the wonder and awe of Christ in me. Jesus, you're everything I need.
Hello everyone, Jonathan over here. So good to see you. Welcome to the Village Online. And because it is a holiday weekend, we are also on Instagram and Facebook. We are a little bit shorter this weekend than normal weeks, but we are just as sweet and meaningful. So I hope that you enjoy our gathering today. As you can see, I'm wearing a t-shirt, Running for Home. We are hosting this next week. It is a virtual edition. We normally do this live at a park in Ajax, but we are doing this virtually. So go to www.runningforhome.ca. Does anyone say www anymore? Maybe not. And check it out. Registration link is there. If you have any questions, message us on any of our Instagram or Facebook messaging services, and we will let you know what the deal is with registering. All the money goes to Daughter Project and their opportunity. So please partner with us, run, promote, walk, invite, all that stuff happening next weekend. Now, as you just heard, Naomi sang this beautiful song, and the words that she sang were this: Jesus brings hope to the hopeless, light to the darkness, peace to the restless, joy to the broken. Now, if you were with us last week, you remember that we encouraged you to choose joy. That's right, to choose joy. You have so many things that are out of your control, and as I do these days, but we do have the control to choose to be joyful. So in the middle of fear and sadness, you can balance that by still choosing joy. If you want to hear the whole talk, check it out on our YouTube page. Now today, in the same vein, the same theme, in a sense, we want to encourage you to choose hope as well. That's right. We are every day at a crossroads where we can choose despair, fear, sadness, or we can choose hope, right? And it doesn't mean that you can't balance those feelings together, but we want to encourage you to actually choose hope. Danielle Strickland, someone we love around here, says this: hope is the currency of change. Wield it with great power. Never lose its light, right? That is such a powerful statement. Hope has the power to change your outlook, to change your perspective. So before you pray for anything, pray that God gives you a new outlook, and that new outlook would be filled with hope, because hope helps you see things differently and see things more clearly. I want to encourage you with this verse this weekend, keeping it simple. From Romans chapter 15, verse 13 says this: may the God of hope fill you, me, all of us, with all joy and peace as you trust him. Important. So that you may overflow with hope. How? By the power of the Holy Spirit. So I'm going to ask you a little later on to invite God's Spirit to fill you with that hope. But before we get to that practice, you're going to hear from some amazing Village women. We interviewed some of our friends a few weeks ago, and this is the part of the interview that never made it in. So listen up. They have some great words and thoughts on hope. How do you remain hopeful, especially after we all collectively felt a few weeks ago this decision comes from politicians and there's this like collective heaviness that falls all across Ontario, right? How do you feel? How do you stay hopeful in the midst of that?
I mean, if you had asked me that question 2 weeks ago, I'd be like, what is hope? There's no hope. This is the end. But I think I think for me, I don't know. I look at my kids and it's like, one, I don't have a choice. I can't just like wallow, which is also the like difficulty, because then when do I get time to process things? And I think that was kind of a culmination of that, kind of caught a year of that caught up and hit me one night. So that was a lot. But I think, I don't know, looking at them, they look at the world, they have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're like excited that it's raining out and they can go splash in a puddle or like eat a rock or something. Like Riley just wants to put everything in her mouth. So just looking at the world through their eyes, like they still see this beautiful, amazing place to explore. And so I just kind of follow them because they're usually headed somewhere good. They usually have something exciting to do or a new way of looking at something. So that brings me hope.
Well, she totally stole my answer.
Yeah. You can just end it here.
So I think that was one. And I also like to heavily rely on like, listen, you've done harder things and survived. This has happened before. And, you know, the world became a better place again. So I think it's easy to look at that. And then just to think about it in terms of like cycles, you know, like it was really crummy until like July last year. And then we had a really great like July, August, and September. So I think like trying to chunk it in my mind can kind of help, just to be like, you know what, April, May, and June are going to be hard, but then like maybe July will be better.
Carly, how do you stay hopeful? What's getting you there?
God's got this. That I don't need to worry. I don't need to have it all figured out. He's got it under control. I have like my go-to verse that this has been my go-to verse for I'd say 20 years. And probably people listening to this are going to say, oh yeah, she sent me that before. It's Psalm 121.
Perfect.
Like the gist of it is like, I look up to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the creator of the heavens and the earth. Yeah. And there's a part in the verse that says, he will not let your foot slip. And that's just always stood out to me. Because it's like, even when we may feel like we are like smacked down, face down in the dirt, but like that is not the case. Like he's with us, he's been with us this whole time. And like, not only will he not let you fall, he's not even gonna let your foot slip under you. He's got it.
Sarah, how do you stay hopeful?
Well, all those things. I just think God has made humans to be like so resourceful, and there's always renewal. There's always ways that we can bounce back. I think some people feel that they can't, but you know, if we have the Holy Spirit, if we have God in our lives, that refreshing, it comes even, you know, when we've decided to have a day or a week when we wallow, and then somehow or other, God even if we've got like this little crack in the door that's open, God shines in there and just helps us to refresh and renew and see things differently and take another try at things.
Did they not have amazing things to say? I'm so thankful for Carly and Maddie and Megan and Sarah for the words that they shared with us. I want to pinpoint, just because it's connected to our theme today so well. Sarah ended as she talked about renewal and just being hopeful of new things, which all of them did really. But she said these words: if we have the Holy Spirit, again, going back to Paul's words in Romans, we can balance lament and renewal if we invite the Holy Spirit into our lives. We can balance darkness and hope if we invite the Holy Spirit into our lives. We really can be overflowed with hope, as Paul says, by the power of the Holy Spirit. Now, some of you may not know this, but this weekend is Pentecost Sunday, which simply looks back at the early church when God blessed and empowered the first church with the power of the Holy Spirit. And so as we end today, I want to invite you, we're going to sing this really short song, but make it a prayer for you. I want to invite you to risk this prayer. And here's the prayer. Holy Spirit, fill me with hope. Holy Spirit, fill me with joy. Holy Spirit, fill me with peace. Holy Spirit, fill me with Jesus. Listen up, and then there'll be a screen at the end for you just to simply pause and pray as we end today. Holy Spirit, rain down, rain down, oh comforter and friend, how we need your touch again. Holy Spirit, rain down, rain down. Let your power fall, let your voice be heard. Come and change our hearts as we stand on your word. Holy Spirit, rain down.
Oh, you bring hope to the hopeless and light to those in the darkness and death to life. Now I'm alive. Oh, you bring peace to the restless and joy.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on this holiday weekend. We hope you have a great Sunday, a great Monday, and a great week. We'll see you next week on YouTube. Peace, love, and be filled with hope.